What it's like living on the remotest island in the world. A ship comes to the island once a year. It brings a dentist, who cleans and mends everyone's teeth. The ship also carries flour, sugar, fuel, and other goodies. These things are otherwise unavailable. This Atlantic island is a curiosity. It's 1,750 miles from the nearest continent. The environment is harsh. A large active volcano dominates the landscape. Fewer than 300 people live in the settlement. It's a tiny community, officially named Edinburgh of the Seven Seas. Nobody ever calls it that. Welcome to Tristan da Cunha, a British overseas territory. It has been settled for 200 years. All the islanders are British citizens, but there's very little to do here. Tristan is not a tropical paradise. There are no beaches, safe for swimming. There are no hotels, no airport, no banks. All payments are made in cash. Cell phones don't work here. The internet is available, but on a very limited bandwidth. The town's website serves as a community notice board. Amazingly, the island has a couple of dozen expats. It's the remoteness that attracts them. Tristan may seem like a perfect getaway, but making a living here is tough. The settlement was established in the early 1800s. Today, it's home to about 70 families. All of them are farmers and/or fishermen. Electricity is supplied by diesel generators. Fuel is carefully rationed for obvious reasons. There are some cars on the island, but nowhere to drive. There's only one road. The local economy is entirely dependent on seafood. The Tristan rock lobster is the island's only export, but it's shipped to places as far off as Hawaii and Japan. Life on Tristan is monotonous in the extreme. There is no crime and nothing to steal. Each boat is shared among 4 families. Pairs of fishermen sail on alternate days. The Department of Agriculture runs cattle and sheep in a communal herd.
There's no real rich people, and there's no one in poverty,
says Chief Islander James Glass. No one locks their doors, and kids are free to run around. Nobody is homeless and nobody pays the rent. The settlers speak their own dialect of English. All of them are descended from European travelers. The settlement sustains itself by growing potatoes. Each family has several fields. They're known as the patches and demarcated by volcanic rocks. There's a pub and one single grocery store. Orders must be placed months in advance. There are also 2 churches and a school. There's a small hospital with an X-ray machine and a maternity ward. It has a small surgery suite and an emergency room. But any serious emergencies require going to Cape Town. In fact, the entire island was once evacuated. In 1961, the volcano on Tristan da Cunha erupted. The British government relocated all the families to England. They later returned with new settlers. Only 11 chose to remain in the UK. Half of the island has been set aside as a nature reserve. It has a unique population of seabirds. There are no other animals, except rats. Rats are a persistent problem. The islanders have a festival called the Ratting Day. Men compete to see who can catch the most rats and mice. Judges then count the rats and measure their tails. The whole town celebrates the winning team. As the official tourist webpage puts it, Tristan is not an easy place to get to, but is an unforgettable experience for people fortunate enough to make it.